Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, thanks very much to Four Seasons for having us come and be part of this event. Congratulations on your 25 years of success, and here's to another 25. Thanks very much for the opportunity. I'll only take up a few minutes to chat. My name is Terry McPhee, and I am the Senior Distribution Manager for Canada for ChargePoint. I have been working with Four Seasons for a few years now, and very proud to say that it is a partnership that has been very good to us. In fact, when ChargePoint kind of entered the market, this was before my time, 10 years ago, I think Four Seasons was very instrumental in helping us understand how we were going to go to market and how we were going to build a channel, because quite frankly, at the time, I don't think ChargePoint really knew or understood how they were going to build the business in Canada. So Four Seasons has been there from the start for us and has been instrumental in our growth. So I thought today what I would just do quickly is talk a little bit about ChargePoint, maybe give you some more insight as to what's happening in the EV industry, and then talk about some of our solutions that obviously are part of the portfolio that Four Seasons offers. So start off with our team. Unlike a lot of our competition, we do have a team here in Canada. We're broken up in a very structured manner. As I mentioned, I manage the distribution partners across Canada. My counterpart, who seems to have left the room perhaps to grab another cup of coffee, Anthony Vitro, manages our partner and contractor network here in Canada. And then we have a number of sales reps across the country who manage opportunities at the end user level. So just to kind of explain that structure, we want to make sure that we have representation and support at every level of the channel to make sure that all of our sales, all of our opportunities are managed from the top down, to make sure that everything is being covered and we're being as professional as we can in regards to any sort of deployment. We also have Matt Murray, for instance, who is our auto sector. As I'm sure you can appreciate, with EVSE, auto is a big part of that industry. And we have a marketing team and some others as well who handle our public policy. A lot of the EVSE business is structured through incentives and grants from government initiatives at every level, federal, provincial, even in some cases at the municipal level. So we have a great team here, and it really makes a difference because we understand the Canadian market, unlike some of our competitors, and we want to make sure that we understand the culture and are bringing forward the type of philosophy that jives with Canadian culture. A little bit about ChargePoint. Believe it or not, we were founded in 2007. I like to tell people that we were kind of designing chargers before there was mainstream vehicles on the road and anybody who was really mass producing them. We were developing the ChargePoint technology. So we've been around for a long time. Obviously, we're a global company. We're traded on the New York Stock Exchange. You can see that our head office is in Campbell, California. Tech sector, obviously, you're going to be in that neighborhood more times than not. But we have offices all across the world. We do business with 14 of the major auto manufacturers. That number is going up every day. When you think of strong OEMs like Mercedes, Volvo, Toyota, some of the other partners as well, Audi, for instance, all use and sell ChargePoint solutions as part of their portfolio and what they use at their dealerships. You may have even passed by and seen a charger that has the Mercedes logo, and it all looks great, but really it is a ChargePoint piece of technology that is what they're using. We have over 6,000 ports deployed through our partnerships across the globe. We are by far and away the largest network of charging infrastructure in the world. A little bit about what's happening. I mean, you know, if you listen to the media, they'll tell you that, oh, you know, EV, SE, it's slowed down, you know, cars are not selling and we're not moving forward in the electric, you know, revolution. Couldn't be further from the truth, quite frankly. I wanted to make this very Canadian centric, so talking about, you know, the amount of miles that are being used in Canada, some of the active drivers. You see the increases in Canada, 38%, the charging sessions, everything is double-digit growth year over year. So this indication that, you know, things have stalled in the EV sector, that, you know, vehicles are not selling and that we're not building charging infrastructure couldn't be further from the truth. It's misinformation that is definitely not applicable specifically for the Canadian marketplace. On the forefront of adoption, you should all be very proud. Well, maybe I shouldn't assume that everybody here is from the BC area, but BC should be very proud. It leads on a provincial level in regards to adoption. That number just keeps going up and up and up, and a big part of it is the adoption here in BC. In fact, the latest numbers would tell you that at least 1 out of every 4 cars that are being sold today is an electric vehicle, an all-electric vehicle. So you should be very proud that you are kind of leading the Canadian marketplace, while some of the other provinces, the one that I live in Ontario, for instance, are picking up the rear and are getting there, but they're not there yet for sure. You can see the federal projections of 20%. This is obviously Canada overall. Probably at this time we're in the 16 to 17% range. I think we're going to get there, and you know they're aggressive projections, but definitely with the way that it has grown in such a short period of time, if you actually look at it, really over the last 3 years, going from, you know, below 5% to where it is today, we're definitely moving in the right direction. A little bit about what differentiates ChargePoint from some of the other products and solutions that are out there. You know, we have hardware products that cover the gamut. So everything from the type of charger that you would use at home, right up to, you know, what is commonly been referred to as the supercharger, fast charger, the DC products, and everything in between. With the software, you know, and Alice kind of touched on it, the software is the differentiator. In fact, if you talk to our VP of sales, and you asked him what ChargePoint does, he would be very staunch in telling you that we are a software company who just happens to sell hardware as well. But it's really about the complete solution, end to end, where we have our products working with our software to make sure everything works seamlessly and gives the best driver experience. Because that's the most important thing when you're talking about EV charging technology, is that everything works seamlessly and the driver has a good experience and wants to use your product and your solution ongoing, because that's a good reflection of whoever it is who's deployed that product. Finally, you know, making charging easy. We're still at grassroots from the perspective of trying to build infrastructure. So again, going back to making sure that when one of your customers, or you know, maybe it is yourselves that are deploying our product, that you've got the technical support that you need, that we have solutions in regards to warranty and services to make sure that the uptime on your product is there. One of the most frustrating things, both for a user as well as a facilitator or somebody who owns the technology, is when it goes down. You know, making sure that you have a team that has been around as long as we have, that is as knowledgeable as we are, leads you and makes sure that when you buy a ChargePoint product, we are going to be there to make sure that you have as much uptime as possible. That's a differentiator. We're not just here to sell a product and move on. We're here to sell a solution, and we're here to support our network, which, as you've seen, is quite extensive across the globe. And that's it for me. I'm going to be around, obviously, and myself and Anthony, wherever he is. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to stop us. I'd love to chat with you. So thanks very much for your time.